Today I'm going to tell you how we managed to make over $100,000 in under 2 years renovating properties when we were in our 20s, and how you can too. So our first property we bought in 2014. We purchased it for £90,000 and we sold it just under 18 months later for £171,000. So we made £80,000 from that property. We had expenses of £35,000, so we made a profit from that property of £45,000. Shortly before we sold that property, we bought another property which was really close by. We bought that for £106,500 in May 2015, and we sold it for £147,500 in February 2016. So that was 9 months later. So on our second property, we made about £26,000 profit, and it only took us 9 months. So in under 2 years, we made £71,000, which is about 153 New Zealand dollars or 92,000 US dollars. The first property we bought was a major renovation. It was 3 stories and the bank wouldn't give us a mortgage on it initially. I begged the solicitor to tell me a way that we could manage to buy it, and with a bit of reluctance they said that we could exchange contracts on the property, then we do the work on the property, then we get the bank valuer to come in, value it, give us a mortgage, and then we complete on the purchase of the property. That was a very risky thing to do. If you want to find out more about that first property, I have done another video going into more detail, which I'll link here. But that first property really set us up. We made a lot of money on that, considering it was our first renovation project. The second property that we bought was a lot less work. That's why we managed to turn it around in under 9 months. Don't forget, we were working full time when we were renovating these houses, so we'd renovate them all weekend and late into the evening. When we were buying these properties, we negotiated really hard on the buy price. The first property we bought, it was advertised from memory for about £100,000, and we managed to get them down and buy it for £90,000. The second property we bought for £106,500, and that was on the market for about £115,000. It really pays to do some hard negotiating when you're buying properties, because that really impacts your bottom line at the end of the day. Always look for the worst house on the best street. If you buy a property in a bad area, even if you make that property the best it could ever be, it's only ever going to be up to the ceiling of that property market. So some locations, if you buy on the worst estate in the worst location, you're never going to get top dollar for that property. So always look for properties that are in the best street or the best area. Do most of the work yourself. Believe in your abilities. So I'm sure you can strip wallpaper, rip carpets up, take tiles off the wall, get professionals in to do things like the electrics, the plumbing and the plastering. Get at least 3 quotes from the professionals just to make sure you're getting the best deal. When you come to sell the property, you want to dress it well so it looks good for people that come to look at it. You can either do that with proper furniture, or nowadays with the help of AI, you can actually put furniture in the listing photos with computer generated images. You actually couldn't do that when we first started renovating properties. We lived in each property that we renovated, because in the UK, if you live in a property, I can't remember what the exact rules are, but if you live in a property for a decent amount of time before you sell it, then there's no capital gains tax. So if you're in your 20s, you're thinking about buying a property, you're just starting out, it is so worthwhile looking for a cheap house that is in need of renovation, spending some of your evenings and weekends doing it up, and then sell it on, buy the next one, do the same, keep going. It's so much harder to renovate properties when you're older and you've got kids, you've got more responsibilities. Renovating properties when we were younger really set us up financially for the future. When you come to selling a property, you want to shop around for the best deal with a real estate agent. We went with an online estate agent where we did our own property viewings and they just dealt with the negotiation. So it was a little awkward showing people around our houses, but what we did was we explained everything to them first. Anything that we needed to tell them, we told them, and then we just went out and just let them look around by themselves. So we didn't follow them room to room because that would be rather uncomfortable. We just left them to it, and then they could have a nosy, have a snoop round, anything they wanted to look at they could, and they didn't feel awkward. And then when they wanted to put an offer in, they just called up the online estate agent, and the negotiation was all done through the real estate agent. So it doesn't put the buyers off. If they want to put in a low offer, or they feel a bit uncomfortable dealing directly with the owner, they don't need to. They still deal with the estate agent. But the benefit from a seller's point of view is that it saves so much money in real estate agent fees, because you're not having to pay for the time of that real estate agent to come out and do all the viewings for your property. Tip number 2 is to be realistic with the sales price. Any house is going to sell at the right price, so do your own market research and price it so it's competitive. Yes, you do want to get the best price, but also you don't want the house sat on the market for months and months and months not selling. So don't be afraid to reduce the sales price of your house so you can sell it and then you can move on to the next project. I'm going to insert some video clips and some photos here just showing you the renovations that we did in order to get that amount of profit. Like I said, the first one was a major renovation. We took out floors in the house because the beams were rotten and we had to replace them with new floors, new beams. The second house we did, we turned it from a 2-bedroom into a 3-bedroom, which added value as well. We redid the bathroom and the kitchen and renovated the whole house decoration wise, as well as adding a new 3rd bedroom. We did what we could ourselves and we saved money where we could. So Ben did all the tiling himself. He laid the tile floors himself. We just got people in to fit the windows, do the electrics, fit the carpets. And Ben even went on a plastering course and did the plastering himself in this property. I'll show you a photo of the bathroom now. So I upcycled the bathroom vanity by getting an old cupboard and pulling out the drawers and putting baskets in, and then Ben fitted a sink on the top of it. We also made, in the downstairs toilet, we also made this inbuilt cupboard. I absolutely love the tiles in our downstairs bathroom. They extended out into the entrance hallway as well. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you found that video helpful and I'll see you in my next one. Thanks, bye.